The alarming surge in femicides across Nigeria in 2025 demands immediate and decisive action. A chilling tally of nearly 24 women have perished due to gender-based violence in the first 2 months of the year alone, prompting urgent calls for a state of emergency from activists and civil society organizations. This stark reality underscores a crisis of catastrophic proportions, demanding immediate intervention from all levels of Nigerian society and the international community. The sheer brutality and frequency of these crimes paint a horrifying picture of a nation grappling with a deeply ingrained societal problem. The Femicide Observatory, a vital initiative spearheaded by the Lagos-based nonprofit document Our History, DOHS, CARES Foundation, has documented a staggering 240% increase in reported femicide cases in January 2025 compared to the same period in 2024. This represents a horrifying jump from a concerning number to an outright crisis, with 17 women losing their lives in the first month of the year alone. The grim toll continued to rise, with an additional 5 cases reported by February 16th. These figures are deeply troubling, particularly when considered alongside the more than 100 femicides documented in 2024. This represents a sustained and escalating trend that demands immediate and comprehensive attention. The consistent increase over the past year demonstrates that existing measures are insufficient and a fundamental shift in approach is urgently needed. The individual stories behind these statistics are profoundly heartbreaking, each a testament to the devastating consequences of gender-based violence. Imrich Afanga, a hairstylist from the southern town of Uyo, was tragically strangled, allegedly by her boyfriend, an usher in their shared church. The callous indifference displayed by her alleged killer highlights the pervasive nature of violence against women and the shocking lack of accountability for perpetrators. Similarly, Mushiat Shalola's brutal murder allegedly at the hands of her husband, who reportedly stabbed her in the head and attacked her with hot oil in Ode Egba, near Lagos, exemplifies the horrific brutality often associated with intimate partner violence. The arrests of both men, while offering a sliver of justice, cannot erase the profound loss and the urgent need for broader systemic reform. These individual cases are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a larger, deeply rooted problem that demands a multifaceted approach to eradication. The sheer scale of this crisis necessitates a radical reevaluation of existing strategies and a commitment to comprehensive reform. While the arrests of the perpetrators in these specific cases are a necessary first step, they are far from sufficient to address the underlying causes of this epidemic. The alarming statistics necessitate a concerted and multi-pronged approach, encompassing law enforcement, judicial reform, social programming, and comprehensive public awareness campaigns. These efforts must not only focus on prosecution, but also on prevention, aiming to address the root causes of gender-based violence and fostering a cultural shift that prioritizes the safety and well-being of women. Furthermore, the lack of impunity enjoyed by perpetrators is a critical factor that must be addressed. The ability of perpetrators to act with such blatant disregard for the law speaks to systemic failures in the justice system, highlighting the need for improved investigation, prosecution, and sentencing practices. Strengthening law enforcement capacity, ensuring prompt and effective investigations, and implementing stricter penalties for perpetrators are crucial steps in deterring future violence. Moreover, addressing the underlying social and cultural norms that condone or normalize gender-based violence is vital for long-term change. This requires a comprehensive approach involving education, awareness campaigns, and community engagement to challenge harmful stereotypes and promote gender equality. A significant step towards addressing this crisis was the launch of a national dashboard in November 2020. This initiative, a collaborative effort between Nigerian officials and the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, aimed to provide comprehensive data to inform strategies for tackling gender-based violence. The creation of an interministerial committee, inclusive of a representative from the State of Emergency (GBV) movement, an 11-member coalition of women's rights groups that actively campaigned for this crucial data collection tool, demonstrated a commitment to collaborative efforts and the importance of incorporating the voices and perspectives of those directly affected by this epidemic. However, the stark reality of the current situation reveals that these measures alone are insufficient to stem the tide of violence. A renewed and intensified commitment, coupled with significant resource allocation and a comprehensive strategy, is now urgently required. The ongoing crisis demands not only a state of emergency, but a fundamental shift in societal attitudes and policies to ensure the safety and dignity of women in Nigeria.